Uh, Welcome to the session Web Security. So, today topic the architecture of World Wide Web. So, previous session we are discussed about that what is web technologies, then what is that web server, then how that web server, why you are going for that web servers. So, these things we are discussed about the previous session. So today's session we are discuss about what is the WWD and various architecture of World Wide Web, then what are the protocols are used. So these things we are going to discuss about this session. So history of World Wide Web. So first the Berners-Lee is creating that World Wide Web in 1989. Why he is creating this World Wide Web? In starting of the starting period, the researchers want to transfer any data from one person to another person via the internet. So that time, so for that purpose, they are creating that World Wide Web. So later they are improved many things in that World Wide Web. So at this time, the internet and hypertext were available, but no one had any idea how to use that internet to link documents. Team connected on HTML, URL and HTTP. These three primary technologies that have potential to make computer understand one another. So these three things are collaborated and connected together. It's known as the World Wide Web. So HTML, what is that HTML? It's a hypertext markable language. So it's used for creating that web pages. That URL, Unified Resource Located. So it's the web page address for that particular websites. And HTTP, it's a hypertext transfer protocol, is used to interact between that web browsers and web servers. So these three things combine together and create that World Wide Web. So in starting, how that World Wide Web is working means first they are connect with that computer to local area networks to the internet. So these three communications will be made. So what your computer knows about that internet after it boots depending on how the computer is connected to that internet. So computer network, what is that computer network? It's a collection of computers that are physically and logically connected together to exchange information. To exchange information with other computer in an orderly fashion, and each computer have to unique address on each network where it's direct connections. So address on computer network are conceptually similar to telephone numbers on the telephone networks. So after connecting, so next processing is dial up that internet. So computers that use dial-up internet connection have two distinct modes of operations. When they start up, they are not connected to internet. To connect the internet, the computer runs a program called dialer. So that dialer sends code to the computer modem, that case modem off cook, or dial the phone and initiate the data connection to that remote system. So here you are making that data connection between your PC to that remote systems. Next, connected by local area network. The computers that are connected the internet by the local area network typically do not need dial up the internet because they are already connected through that internet, and it will be extended to that local area network. Instead of computer with permanent connections usually have pressed addresses when they wish to send packet over the internet. So they simply send packet over the LAN to the nearest gateway. When the gateway receives the packet, it retransmits the packet along the desired path. Next important thing in that World Wide Web is domain name system. So that domain name system is the phone book of the internet. So this is contains the web address for each web address, like URL consists of that IP address. Okay, so this DNS is to web browser interact through the IP address, and DNS translates the domain names to IP address so the browser can load the internet resource. So the DNS serves eliminate the need of humans to memorize the IP address. So you are taken some websites. So each website is having some IP addresses. For consider the Google, www.google.com. So the www.google.com contains some IP address, default IP address. Instead of typing in your web browser www.google.com, you can type that respective IP address and it can redirect to the www.google.in. But as a human, we are very hard to memorize the numbers instead of the names. So for that, the DNS to transfer that domain names to IP address for that web browser to redirect that particular websites. And some difference of internet and www. So internet is a global network of networks. For www, it's a World Wide Web. It's a collection of information which can be accessed via the internet. So here you can access the data from the internet. So it means the connecting a computer to any computer anywhere in that world. For it's a internet. So internet, it's a hardware based and www is a software oriented. Then architecture of www. So in starting of the session, I informed that www, World Wide Web, it's contains three things importantly. One is URL, next HTTP, and web server. So you see this whole thing. So that first, the users can access the web servers through that internet. The server contains lot of information stored in that backend of data. So the user first requests to that internet and it's go to that server. The server is access the database and its response for that particular user's request. So for the www, it contains the HTML, then online browsers, web servers, domain name systems, then various protocols, then web resource content, search engines, then protocols used in that web. So HTTP, it's a basic protocol. It's transfer the data from web server to web browser. For HTTP, yes, it's a hypertext transfer protocol secure. So it's make the security in the transport layers and file transfer protocols and SMT simple mail transfer protocols. Then pop-up 3, that is post office protocols. These are all the protocols used in that website. And domain name systems and TCPs. Yes. So these are all the summary of that World Wide Web. So which of the following is basic architecture model of the www, whether it's a client server, peer-to-peer, centralized or distributed? Next question, which of the following is used to identify resources on the web? URLs, URN, then IP address or URIs. So you have to check these answers and we discuss in next class. Thank you.